What's going on? I'm not really organized for this. Man, there we go again. Uh, that happened quick. I didn't get to respond as fast as I needed to. Damn. We did not get a further pullback in the E. The E held, what, about $180 higher than I expected or was guessing. The only clue on that, and that's what made me go into Patreon real quick, was this is Bitcoin USD, which I told you was hitting new highs. What price was, and it did have a little ABC pullback, but we're going to have to keep this in mind. This is Bitcoin USDT. This was the tail. I do think we're going still higher now. I'm going to explain that. I mean, you got to be careful. You don't want anything to retrace back deep here. Let's let this volume load real quick. Too much go on. There's, as I had posted, I mean, I was looking for something around 7,700, and we came in at what, about 78.87. So there's the triangle. Now the key is we go to new highs, and how do we do that? Is the real question. What's up? We got 100 in here. Shorts definitely getting wrecked. Let's see. Shorts increasing on the rally. So yeah, they're getting a little bit slapped. What's up, Taj, Dennis, Kenny, Pity the Fool, Dolphin? Dang. That was quick. I would have liked to, I didn't know it was going to be that quick. I wanted to throw something in Twitter, but just didn't get a chance. Because this is what I had posted. Again, you can see that volume keeps hitting new lows while price was holding higher, which made me think this was still going to be the triangle, but I would have thought we'd had a little bit pullback. But once it ignited, that was the end of it. I had stated also, this was at 224, so it was right here. The chart was current. We were just, I thought we'd probably look at these highs, pull back a little bit, look at these highs, pull back a little bit. But instead we blew through them. On the technometer, 41.74, 40 would have been a little bit better, but we held such higher levels we just couldn't get a more oversold technometer. So that's the issue. So I did say this is the bullish chart that supports a move out of this triangle right here, right now. Volume went to another new low on this minor wave E, and price held much higher. So that was quick. And we just keep going. Jesus. New highs as we speak. Boy. I mean, if we go back to the roadmap I've been having, you know, a triangle like that just says we're going to new highs. So I don't know, but damn, if it's like I've had here, I mean, I was just guessing and overlapping for 5. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to watch this. I'm not sure how we're going to do this. I mean, this could be the move to 10,000 plus I've been calling for. It's got to go up in 5 waves. So we're going to try to figure that out as we go up. Because again, and this only took, May 26th to May 15th. So like 11, 12 days here. And again, if I got this count wrong, I mean, you still got to be careful because, you know, if this is a minor wave 4, then a run to new highs would start to be suspect. So again, but I got to go back to this chart. Hold on a second here. I got that all screwed up now. I have to reload that. Sorry, guys. I guess, I think this move's probably sustainable. I'd probably try to buy any type of dip if you can get it. I don't think you want to short anything yet. I don't believe so. Ethereum, Litecoin, Litecoin not doing bad. Ethereum still a little slow. $9,600 by CME Open. So this is Bitcoin USD. You can see volume now coming in. So we're definitely flexing here. Let's go back to the main chart. This is the chart that called it. Bitcoin USD wasn't really confirming it, which made me a little bit not as bullish as I should have been right there on that E wave. The technometer 41 and change, so the E just did not come down. I think people was too many looking for it, like myself, and waiting for a deeper pullback and never got it. But here's the main chart here. Let's bring this up. Now, sorry guys, I've been bringing too much up. I got to reload that again. So somewhere here probably we'll do a wave 1 up, and I think we'll have an ABC correction, but I think you'd want to continue to nibble away possibly, or again, just hold long here and let's see what this thing can do. I don't think we'll peter out. I think we're still good to go. This was a chart right before the takeoff. that I'm trying to bring up here. You see on the A down, we called this a wave 5 because the volume didn't come into it. That's what we called on earlier videos. Then you had the ABC down, so I was looking for triangles. Appreciate it, Brian. And then on the C down, you see volume went down, price held. On the E down, volume new lows, price held incredibly higher. So that's all what I was trying to show here. So let's bring up that chart here in a minute. These things just stay firm bid. 261.55 Ethereum, 108 Litecoin. Not giving a guy to even nibble more. Shit. And let's see. Thanks Jose Bravo. Here is see, once again, if you follow the on-bounce volume on the hourly, it gave you no help. I've warned people of that. The 5-minute on-bounce volume that we do on a proprietary indicators, that's what you got to have. It's just not going to show on some of these other charts, because there's a Bitcoin USDT hourly on-bounce volume, no divergence like we're showing. That's the difference in our software versus everything else. So you can see here 43.74. We was 41 when I posted that in Patreon at 224 Central. Let's zero in again. So show longs are coming in a little bit, shorts are still increasing. So as I say, I still think we are going to continue to work higher. Apologies, I couldn't get a head up on that a little bit quicker. That just happened way too quick. Again, 224, we posted it in Patreon that we probably could go right here, right now. I didn't know it was going to happen within seconds. I even missed some buys myself. So I thought we'd have a little bit of trouble at these highs and maybe, mouse around for 10, 20 minutes because we've been so quiet. Nothing going on. Holiday here. Crazy. You can see here, this is, that's the 1 day. Let's go out here to the 1 month. Well, that was about 600 plus straight out of the gate. And again, guys, I still think, I would think this move still works higher. So we shall see. If my software is getting a little bit clogged up with all the action or what. Slower than normal. Yeah, I'm having issues. If we zero in on the rally, hard to call. I mean, this maybe 1, 2. There's a little bit, a couple minutes here, 3, 4, 5. I would think 8,300 is probably support. If we get a pullback here, anything back to 8,100 would probably be a little bit suspect. What's up, FOM? I mean, if we go back to this chart, I mean, I had thoughts this rally could go to 10,000. So again, it's all going to matter what wave 4 this is, if I've got it marked correctly. But that was a pretty high consolidated short time period wave 4. That's going to mean that this here, that was December 24th to February 6th, just got covered in about, what, 12 days or something here. So as long as LA wave markings are right, we got a lot higher to go. If we're at a different level on the that triangle, then this could be an ending up here. But again, based on the software, I'm just going to go back to this chart again. Based on this heavy selling, I mean, it appears this move is for real. Really, the only thing you can do, obviously, the E wave should not be given away. So if you're long and you got to protect, I mean, you don't want to see anything back below a 78.80 low. And I'd have to say, with the move we've had, you don't want to see anything back to 80.100. Hold on one second. This is Nick. What's up? I'm live. All right. Bye. Guess you didn't know. So yeah, you really don't want to see an overlap, I would think, of even D. So I would guess 8,300. You probably won't get that. 8,400 maybe on a pullback here short term. I know that's high risk, so I'm really not recommending that. If you didn't catch anything in this triangle, I think you've missed it. Now to try to figure out some exits. So we've got, because that buy was at, what was that? We was right at 8,000 and change before that blow off. So that happened too quick. Sorry I didn't get that to more Twitter people. That was my intent. That happened too quick. If anybody else wants to go over anything, EOS. No, Taj, I'm still friendly. I think that probably was a big 4 or some type of 4. So my problem is now you've got Bitcoin. Since my software is having a little bit of a load issue, we're up here obviously at new highs, and you need volume kind of a chance to work its way higher. So I can't really, we've got a big divergence because price now is at a major new high while volume isn't, but that's going to need some time to work off. So, and we were at 41 on the technometer. Let me hold on a second. I mean, Bitcoin USD before the rally was at 44 on the technometer. That's pretty well neutral. And my camera froze. Why would that be? Let me see if I can get my camera back here real quick. Hopefully it's just my camera. Let me see. Can you still see this then? Bitcoin USDT daily chart, technometer down to 41.74. I mean, with that good of a technometer, you would think that we can continue to work higher. So that would be my thought. So I don't think. So since the technometer is starting at such a low level, then I would think this rally has some legs behind it. Is what would be my thought. So it's going to take a while to get that. I just showed you it was 43.74 or so. So it looks like everything's okay to the upside still, notwithstanding a few sell-offs. Let's look at now there's the same thing here. If this is a triangle completed, this one's really much more textbook. Then we've got to get we need to get above 280. So that's why this would just be a 1-2 getting warmed up here on Ethereum, if we're correct. So we might do something more like that to new highs. And the same thing if you go back. This is 4-hour chart since the lows. And we'd had this mark before. I mean, again, everybody, a lot of people don't know. I own WyckoffSMI.com, the original institute started by Mr. Wyckoff. I do throw Elliott wave markings on my charts just to confirm what my Wyckoff's telling me. So if this is the case, then this is what we're looking at for Elliott wave. You can take 0.618 of wave 3. It could be wave 5 could equal wave 1. So that would mean then we went from 84 to, I'm just doing this quick, to 158. Let's just say 80-point rally from a 240. So maybe a 320, which is actually where I got it marked. So anything above 280 would start getting suspect. And you can see here, wave 5 would have subdivided out as well. Change the color on that one so you can see it better. So again, unless I've got Elliott wave counted wrong, which I don't lean on the Elliott wave for the trades, I lean on the software. As I said, software technometer at 41, and then the selling that came in while price didn't here, that shows that we've had a pretty big correction in volume while price held higher. So that's extremely still bullish. So, and then same thing, Litecoin. I'm not sure how you count this. I've had Elliott wave counts on it. I've tried to clean up some of my charts to make it easier to go through. So what's the support? 8,300 or 8,500? Damn, I would think 8,300 would be strong support now. That caught it for a second a little bit ago. So there's the software buy and sells. And then, again, I don't know how you do the Elliott wave count here. Looks like Litecoin did 5 waves up into the rally into 98 before, and an ABC down. The Bitcoin would top out. This could be an ABC to new highs, which means you got Litecoin coming down hard That's why you got to be careful. And this could really, I guess, be a 1-2. So I don't know. The Elliott wave count is hard on Litecoin. The rally from 74 to 105 was major. There we got Ripple working higher off the 2 buy signals the software gave. A little triangle here, A, B, C, D, E. So coming out of that, so again, you wouldn't want to see Ripple below 0.368 or so, 0.369. Would not want that because we just came out of this triangle. So you think we could get to new highs? So don't let E-Way give away probably on Ripple. Appreciate the 380 people in here on a Sunday when you're supposed to be barbecuing. I'm not even with Carrie because I've just got too much going on here. So not taking a weekend, not taking a holiday break. DGB. This is DGB USD. Not much there yet. DGB Bitcoin underperforming. What up, Craig? I mean, Litecoin, I would think, is going to follow Bitcoin higher. So maybe you wouldn't want to see Litecoin below 85 again. Probably don't want to see it below 99 on a short-term basis. Peter shouting out mid-trade. We're cool with mid-trade. I haven't seen him in months, but best live streamer. Whoa. If he's called this rally better than me, then shout out to him. I wouldn't buy DGB now, no. It's been too weak. ONT. Same thing here. I'd say a triangle is finished. A little weaker than Bitcoin, but not too bad. So this is the low I'd want to hold, 1.266. Let that thing continue higher. ZIL's not really one that I trade. Nick would trade a little bit more of that than myself. Here's ZIL BTC coming back down. And then hold on, I don't have all this alphabet because I got the charts I really want at the top. So here's ZIL. I take that back. ZIL USD. That looks a lot more like an up thrust and a test. So I'd be careful on ZIL, especially if this low gives away here at the 0.017. What up, damn it, James? XLM, one that we thought could help lead this rally. Same thing, triangle into the 0.12, so we need to get that one, keep it going. I would think that thing could come alive here. EOS, we talked about, could lead the rally. Shout out to Johnny Cool. Up 42 cents. Whoa. Zero in on its highs. ZRX. Not doing much. Up 1 and change percent. Same thing, hate to see this 0.31 giveaway, so not the greatest chart. If Bitcoin does run above 10 grand, some of these things, I don't know if the alts will come alive then when Bitcoin drops off. I don't know. Let's try to cross that bridge when we get there. EOS is definitely beasting, no doubt. Let's try to get my software reloaded. Again, this is a roadmap that I've had, so it would show. I was just guessing on this wave 5 that it might be an ending diagonal that maybe overlaps a little bit. I was thinking 10,000 would be a number to go through that would get everybody bullish, get the last holdouts long. So I don't know if this is a rally to 10,000 or not. It should be. As long as, like I said, as long as we don't retrace here and give up today's rally. It still seems like, I mean, a lot of people were wanting to buy, worried about it going to 10 grand without them. I think since that E wave was so short, the triangle was so higher consolidation, a lot of people probably missed it. I didn't even get enough myself, because here I was looking for a deeper pullback to like 7,100. Here I was looking for more of 7,700. So it just kept holding at higher levels. Litecoin at 108's had a pretty good move. So what up, Dead Rabbit? I mean, if all I would do here is somewhere here probably, you know, we'll end some type of wave 1. So if we get any type of ABC pullback here over the next few hours or something, and Ethereum drops off a few bucks, you could try to nibble in. Again, you'd have to key off this 245 level, because somewhere here we'll have this, this 5 is going to have 5 waves up inside of it. So this could be the start of that. So we're just getting started. I think we'll go to new highs. But guys, those are risky. I mean, I was giving buys in Ethereum at 170, 180, etc. This chart doesn't even have a 182 buy. I think it was 186 that I added another long on Twitter. It's easy to get chopped up. I mean, you got to get into the habit of trying to buy dips and sell rallies and not FOMO in on rallies. So, and again, the software, the software is gave pretty good buys on the way up. Let me see here, because our technometers, when you have such a high level triangle that formed on the volume, I just couldn't get the oversold technometer that I wanted. So that was a little bit of the issue. Let me see here. This isn't updated, but this was the same type of thing that happened on the Bitcoin. Volume coming down to new lows while price held the triangle. That was yesterday. So again, that's telling you, I think that's telling you that this move has some room behind it. So but now here's the 5-minute Ethereum. So I would hope somewhere here wave 1 would end and we'd have some type of pullback. Possibly. Big green volume coming in. So because again, this is a chart I had showing. This go back to the 4-hour. Let's go to 2 hours so we can see it better. I mean, the E there actually worked because I was showing the E at like 244. So we did get that down. Bitcoin just held so strong. So again, that was the E like we was looking. But that means new highs. And I was just throwing a high up there around 320 would be a guess. Just a little higher risk buying up here after all the previous buys. So if you just come around Bitcoin today, what would you do? Yeah, you'd have to buy some here. I'd keep my powder dry to buy a pullback after this rally. You know, we could still go to above 10,000 and then probably have a sell-off. Definitely back to 7,800 possibly. Maybe still 6,800. So if any bad news comes in, whatever. So I'd nibble some here still because you have to somewhere here, and then I'd be ready to buy a dip. Hopefully we'll have a place to buy that here in the future. So subscribe to the channel or follow me on Twitter at Wyckoff on crypto. Or better yet, go into our Patreon Discord. The Patreon Discord is what is this? Learn Crypto, I guess it is. 30 bucks a month. RVN BTC, I don't think I got that one. Let me see if I've got that here. RVN BTC. As everybody knows, I don't like trading against Bitcoin, not on charts. Can't say much about their pretty big downtrend. So maybe a selling climax down here. Automatic rally, and we'll come down and test this low, maybe be in a trading range on Raven. Appreciate it, Outlaw. We've got about 180 people over there, so I would say it's easily worth $30. I know a lot of people charge a lot more. We're not trying to hit everybody over the head. Just trying to build a good community that wants to stay around long term is what we're trying to do. It looks like we slowed up here at least for a little bit. So again, if we look at the roadmap, and I don't, this first one here, that was just a guess. You can't really look at that. Don't say that we're going to go to 9,400 on this move. That is purely a guess at the moment. I just threw something up there thinking that this wave might overlap a little bit since we've had such a run. And there's going to be some distribution somewhere up here by the people that were long down at 34, 3,800 when they were accumulating. So again, if anybody knew, if you go back to the 4-hour chart, and if you wonder how the software gave us buys off the low, it was all because volume was going to new lows while price wasn't. Basically, that was all these buy signals, and the technometer was oversold. So that was sell volume coming in by the dumb public, while the smart insiders, composite operator, whatever you want to call it, would have been buying on the selling. So they were accumulating positions. That's what all these buys are. So everything, basically 39.50, I think, was our highest buy here. And our lowest buy was down there at the 31.85-ish. Then we was really bullish when 34.29 or so got taken out. And we tested that area, had numerous buys. So all of these people who are long down here are going to be selling on this rally. I don't think they're starting yet, but they will. So that's why maybe you're going to get some type of diagonal ending, and we get more and more people long up here, and hopefully we'll have some major divergences up here warning that we got a problem. And then if that's the case, then we would look for some type of ABC to correct this whole move off of 3100. But again, that's Elliott Wave. That's only about 5% of what I do. I'm strictly Wyckoff. So go to wyckoffsmi.com. This is a TLT position that we've been on for pro traders at wyckoffsmi.com. We had buys down here at these levels, 121, 119. Been looking for a big breakout. Appreciate it, Tomac, for the subscribe. We're up here almost to 128. Technometer is coming overbought. I would think TLT is higher, which is 20-year treasuries, which means interest rates are lower. I haven't written this week's free week in review there, but we've had an overbought technometer. We thought last week would be weak. We did have some selling. If you look at the SPY, more selling over there. The technometer over here was up at 48 and change. So I would think stocks still lower, bonds still higher. I got various stocks I'm going to like on that. And we give a lot of that away in the Patreon as well. So for 30 bucks, you get that. On Tesla, I said I really, Wyckoff does not buy weakness. So I was saying maybe with all this volume, we're getting a selling climax. Technometer is coming up for another sell. So Tesla looks tough here. I can't buy that one. What's up, Carrie? Happy holiday to the wife. ZEC, the dead rabbit. Let's look at that one. That's one we haven't looked at in a while. ZEC USD. And a little triangle here as well. So don't really want to see 71 really give away, or 67.50. Really don't want to see 70 and change give away, the E-wave here. So that one could come alive. Some of these alts are looking like this, where much weaker than Bitcoin, but still chart's not horrible. We showed this jumping of a creek and a pullback. We did say we thought this one would continue higher, so it has done that. So stay long and let it ride. Here's 84.37. Let's zoom in here. Getting a little bit of a pullback. Bear with me for a minute because I might have to do a few trades here. I'm going to put a few bids in myself, I think, on some Bitcoin somewhere up here. Sorry, guys, I got to get this done. Thanks, Mox. And yeah, when I put that in Discord, I said go here, right now. I didn't know it was going to be right then and right there. I was hoping we would have a chance to do a little more nibbling. I even missed some buys I needed to do. It happened too quick. 3M for head magister. Let's go out to the 1 year. Do not like the looks of that chart. I mean, that was a sign of weakness, no rally. So again, Wyckoff looks for strong stocks in bull markets. So that one could spring this area, but I can't do much with 3M here. Yeah, so once again, at 224, that's when I finally, what happened here is we had the volume hitting new lows, price wasn't, and then when I saw this volume bar come in and the price, I thought that was probably the E wave starting, but then it just exploded. So should have had more bias above the market, but I guess I thought I could manage that as we went higher, but no chance. Now here's Bitcoin USD. You can see this is updated every 5 minutes. So we've got a 50.57 technometer. So definitely overbought on the short term. But we're coming out of the triangle. So again, I'm still friendly. Let's go to Bitcoin USDT, which is really the chart that called this low perfect. BTG USD. Let's see if I have BTG USD. I mean, I think you probably jumped the creek here when you had this run. This was a backup. And same thing, we got a triangle here. I'd be long keying off that 0.063 level on this triangle low right here that we just came off of. If you like that one, I'd nibble here a little lower here, and then I would key off this low, like I think you can do with Bitcoin in these. But the risk is much higher here. I wish all the new followers, subscribers, etc. would have been around, for the last 5 months when we've been killing it, because risk is getting much higher up here. Much higher. So then we'll hopefully be putting a sell on this chart somewhere. We showed a couple short-term sells we had up here when we was trying to form this triangle. But the sell is going to come probably on this chart here, Bitcoin USDT. Technometer, you can see it was a 41 when we started this rally, an hour and 20 minutes ago. I saw 43 a little bit ago, and now we're 42.80. So no problem there at the moment. Let's see if this 5-minute will load. This was the money shot right here. What up, power to achieve? Okay, this chart's loading now. So this is the crypto porn right here. Yeah, guys, my wife's 2 hours away for the holidays. I'm sitting down here with my 2 dogs. She's got Jaws. So that's the money shot right there. Bitcoin USDT. Make sure everybody understands this. We've been trying to do more teaching in the Discord. As volume was going down to new lows, and it hit a new low right there. That was the only somewhat key, and that's why I posted it in the Discord. So you had enough selling in volume to go to a new low below the C wave of the triangle. but we held much higher here. So, and then when I saw volume coming up here, that's when I thought probably we just completed an E wave extremely high. So we want to see volume stay with this rally, but I would think that's what's going to happen. Because again, this type of selling. So what this means, I called this the wave 3, and I said we'd start a triangle. That was my guess. I guessed that before it started, and I plotted that out. We followed it exactly, but that means from here is where the wave 4 started. So we had a bunch of selling while price held higher levels. So again, there's got to be more upside. So don't go 100x long and don't get overextended here. But if you're long, I think you chill out and let this thing still work higher. There's got to be still shorts. Shorts are over here. So longs have not chased this thing. So again, it looks like there's fuel to the upside still. In uptrends, you can buy springs and uptrends. So we just had a little bit of support. Let's throw up. I can't believe we're looking at a 3-minute chart. But anybody trying to be cute? That was support level we just hit. So if you're trying to do something short-term cute, you can see volume explodes here. Maybe we come down and take this line out here in an hour or something. The wife's got jaws fattening him up. He needed a little bit of medicine for a few things. So again, maybe we spring this level here in an hour or something, 30 minutes. Let's mouse around here. You can nibble on that. 8,300 was a little bit of support here for a couple minutes. I got a little bit bought there. Otherwise, I got a little bit right when this started. I just missed the positions that I really needed. Still along with most of my bags for PCG, so we'll ride this one higher before we liquidate anything. But I think you probably could nibble here at 83.50, 8,400 maybe. See if you can get a little bit more on. Yeah, I was saying we was going to have a pullback to 7,000. But that was the C wave of the triangle. I would have been looking for 7,000 on this wave C. I'd mentioned on a show broadcast that probably the C was already in place if this rally continued. So then I called this D wave. And then I was looking for a pullback to really around 7,700 for this E wave. But then once again, I updated 224 hour and 26 minutes ago or something like that the E wave was done. We was going to explode higher. And that comes off that Bitcoin USD chart. I said this is a bullish chart that supports a move out of the triangle right here, right now. Volume went to another new low on this minor wave E and price held much higher. Then the rally was stupid quick. And I'm sure the whales are watching what everybody's looking at. I mean, the thing is, though, the volume showed still that there was selling and price holding. So I think still institutions, we mentioned this all the way down there at 31, 3,200. I said there would be no selling on the way back up because everyone had already sold. Institutions were nibbling, and they're not going to sell 85.50 Bitcoin. Institutions for long terms aren't going to sell. They're not that short-term orientated. So I think you've just taken a lot of the offer off the markets. That's why we rally so easily. and the average person thought they were a Bitcoin lover and thought they were a hodler. They got talked into trading it. They got talked into shorting it. So I think you've left a shitload of people behind, and they're going to come in now, probably on this rally in the next week or so, because they're worried for 10,000. So the markets do what they can to screw the most people. I don't know what the futures market will do to it. I would guess it could bring in a little short-term selling, but I think it's going to add to the gains. Institutions can go to the futures easily and quickly. There's some liquidity there, so they're going to chase it there. Yeah, Jet, I think we probably are headed to 10,000. As long as the E-wave low holds. Yeah, we'll have fear of missing out definitely coming in here. I mean, everyone's still going to call this probably a fake out. So it could get interesting here in the next day or so. But then once we have a pullback and then take out the highs again, I think you're going to have a lot of FOMO. June will be volcanic in this space. Interesting. You got Fidelity, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, everybody. So this has been the best performing asset 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year. So, and a little bit non-correlated, so people need it in their portfolio and don't have it. So yeah, it could get interesting. $10,000's a pipe dream. Hold on, I'm going to do another couple little things here. Appreciate it, Ocean. I need to add you as a moderator. You've been supporting for a long, long time. I appreciate it. You're always on my Twitter. The software that I'm showing is our Pulse of the Market software. We have not launched it for subscribers. Everyone knows that's been a supporter. I've been here fighting this for a year and 5 months. So still trying to get kinks worked out. So I can't really sell it to subscribers. So you're only going to get it by really watching YouTube. And once in a while on my Twitter, or jump in the Discord where you're going to get, access to ask me more questions about it. That's all I can do for now. Hopefully at some point here we'll get it where subscribers can buy it. Then you're still going to want to take the course at learncrypto.io for $2.99 to learn how to interpret it. It does not give out. A lot of people think when I show these buys and sells that the software is kicking those out. I mean, I somewhat say that, but these buys or sells are done by me after looking at the data from years of doing Wyckoff and messing with the optimism, pessimism, force, and technometer. So really it's buy divergences on the OP and price and an oversold technometer is given these buys. So, but the software does not kick out automatically. You need to take probably the $2.99 course. If you're really wanting to learn, go to wyckoffsmi.com and buy the $1,000 Unleashed. And then you'll know how to come up with these buys and sells. Because again, the last one we just had, same type of thing. volume hitting new lows. Technometer almost got to oversold, but we held such higher levels it wouldn't. If the E-wave would have come down here to 7,700 or so, I'm sure I would have had a technometer closer to the buy. Appreciate the subscribe, 619. So, but that gave us another buy. So it's all based on 5-minute intraday volume that you're really not going to find anywhere else. So you're welcome, Complex. Not really a teacher, I'm more of a trader, but now that I own Wyckoff SMI the last 3 years or so, I am doing a little bit of teaching. I try to teach in the Discord and really on here as well, but trying to spread the word of Wyckoff. I took the course in 1982. I've been trading for what now, 40 years, I guess. If you go to wyckoffsmi.com, you'll see down here, I've got a bio. When I first, I graduated from Wyckoff 1982, I got in a U.S. Investment Championship. I got 12th in the nation, and I was up 31%. And all the supporting material is here. There I'm listed 12th in the nation, 31%, trading at Shearson Brothers. And then also had a commodity trading advisory, 79% a year for 4 years. So regulators have forced me, any competition I've ever gotten in is listed here. Back in the day, this was a thing to do to prove you had some ability. So I wanted to prove Wyckoff works. So everything I've done is listed here. I quit doing those in 2000. Somebody needs to do those in the crypto markets now. Everybody that says they're the greatest traders need to prove it. I thought about setting that up if I had more time to weed out the BS. Might be interesting to do in the future. The software hasn't gotten it wrong a single time. No, I wouldn't say that. But real time, all these buys I've given, YouTube, Twitter, etc. So I guess you'd say no, since December 15th or so, software has not given a bad buy. I mean, I didn't run stops on these. You can see though, I bought mostly dips. I never had any, really didn't have a position go against me, so I never was worried about losses. But I'm bullish longer term, so I was just trying to give buys. So yeah, the software hasn't been wrong this year. 1 minute volume, I think, Martin, is no. That's knocking it down too much. Wyckoff's always done 5-minute volume. Manipulation could do a little bit, but manipulation is really, I think, shown on the volume. So we follow the volume. So I think that takes care of a lot of the manipulation. So the manipulation was this is sell volume coming in while price is holding. So whales might be making this triangle form and then getting everybody long up here so they can dump on them at some point. Right, my software is going to be wrong. I'm going to be wrong at some point, but you'd almost have to say I'm about 100% on so far this year. So it's from the software, it's from my Wyckoff. But yeah, I'm going to get cold here somewhere. I'm going to get my ass handed to me. But with the good calls I've made, I'll survive that. So no problem. Same chart in Ethereum. Those are the buys in the software. I mean, some of these buys, like on the 170 buy, I had a stop at 159, this previous low. After this run here, I also had a buy. It's not showing on this chart. Some of these things fall off on me. I'll give you a buy on Twitter. You can check it. About 186 when I thought this low had formed. So we have another buy here. That I just gave, really, I didn't get it put on Twitter. I gave the buy into Discord 224, hour and a half ago, saying the rally would start right here, right now. since that triangle looked like it was coming to an end. Again, that's all software. Without the 5-minute volume on here and a technometer, I would have none of those buys and sells. So that's all Wyckoff method, Wyckoff principles. As I remember, your software was out. What happened? Not sure what you mean. That is the software right there, but it's only available to me. People said lots of shit about the software. It is working. It's working mostly on the majors. So if you ask me, some of the smaller coins, we're having some issues. 5-minute charts, I don't have very many issues at all. So software is working. That's where all the buys are coming from. So any of the haters are just hating, because those are the buys we've had in Litecoin off the lows. Those are all software buys, unless I mention EWT. That's an Elliott Wave ABC formation that I bought. And again, no sells. If you follow me really close, 85 to 92 on Litecoin, I said we could go violently sideways. If you want to trade it, feel free. I'm not. So that's what I did on Litecoin. You got to differentiate whether you're short-term trading or long-term trading. For PCG, I'm long-term, trying to trade a little bit short-term. I will take something off the table as this rally extends. But right now, I don't think anybody trading can outperform by the buy and hold this year. Yeah, G Money, I'm dedicated. I have no life at the moment. Hardly see my wife. She's 2 hours away. I've got 8 monitors here. I've got a whole computer system. I got the YouTube set up. So when I'm at home, I just don't feel comfortable. I've got to be here. Yeah, Vladimir definitely. Vladimir is who built it for me. Some of his other team's still working on it. So I've still got a little bit of work to do on it, especially to offer it to subscribers. But that's what I'm trying to do. In 2018, I didn't have it available enough. On Bitcoin USD, on the charts, we had numerous buys back here, as you can see. I thought we were accumulating here. Bitcoin USD chart did go to a sell right before the break. Again, it happened really quick. Bitcoin USDT did not. And so for trades, I would have been out of trouble, but no. Longer term, I got hurt. I'm long from 1,800, 3,000, 5,000, etc., and a lot of in this area. But software came back to work. Again, tweak the software and trying to get buys for accumulation. I'm still bullish longer term in the space. I think the average investor is not here, and they're coming. What was it? I got an article here I want to show. Let me bring up one more here. On the blog at learncrypto.io. I think this was interesting. This might show a little bit of what's going on. Is Fidelity, room full of Bitcoin miners. There we are. Crypto exchanges see threefold increase in new accounts since March in Japan. Now, Japan's got everybody and their dog trading stocks. And I'm going to tell you that everybody and their dog is going to start trading cryptos. The Japanese, all these people will chase shit. They're all emotional. So I think that right there, that article is telling you what's going on. And my software is probably going to get better because you're going to get more emotional into this market. I said, over a year ago when I wanted to do the software that it was going to help me trade cryptos even better than stocks because you got so many uneducated people here. You got so much emotion. You got news articles that are lies, etc. So I think it's going to get, the software is going to do better for us as we move forward, especially when you bring in these type of accounts. That's a threefold increase in Japan. So that's why you've got a market looking like this. What's up, QJ? I don't have the link to give here. What the link is on the top of my Twitter. So if you go to Twitter, whoa, must have been my girlfriend. No, I thought I had it pinned here. I guess. Yeah, I got it. Right there it is. The Patreon, Learn Crypto, pinned at the top. And then Carrie threw it in there. Damn, Carrie. Now I know why I married you. She's been my assistant basically ever since we met. So, and her mother. Shout out to them. Working on a Sunday. The problem with the Discord guys is you go in right now, you're going to get billed today, you're going to get billed again June 1st. The only way we can really get you around that is if you pay with the cryptos. Then Carrie would make a note to not bill you again until June 26th. Otherwise, you're going to get double billed. So be prepared for that. You'll get billed today, you'll get billed June 1st. Hold on, I'm going to grab a little water. Actually, no water in my fridge up here, all downstairs. So, $25 years in September. Go back to the 3-minute. If you're trying to be cute, maybe buy a break of that. That's being extremely cute. You should have been long from a lot of other places. There's Litecoin 110, 266 Ethereum, so those things are staying firm here. And again on the Ethereum, let's go to software for that then. See how Ethereum USD, I got too many windows open. Let's let that load. Yeah, Litecoin's still looking good. BB Junkie. So there's Ethereum USD. You can see this sell-off came down, made new lows while price held. The last one didn't. But you got some good volume coming off. So and then let's see what see how the USDT chart looks. Because really we need to bring in more of these stable coins for more charts. Again, that's stuff I'm working on. Dang, Craig, 43 years. Shout out. Ethereum USDT on the 5-minute chart on our software. Almost a new low. So I was waiting on that today. That's why I had that 7,700 Bitcoin E-wave low. It'd have been nice if we could have, we almost went to a new low. On the 1 minute, possibly we would have, but triangle support. So Ethereum, I would think, is going to get above this 280 in some type of 5-wave fashion. Somebody asking about XRP, so let's slide over to XRP. Shout out to all the people saying software wasn't working. I guess you haven't watched me this year. I guess my haters have shut down, so I guess I flexed on them. XRP USD 5-minute. Same type of thing here. Volume really coming down hard. Price was trying to hold. So still kind of a triangle formation. Wouldn't want to see this low give away. XRP USDT. What's up, Tree Man to Clifford? XRP USDT. Yeah, I have been on fire, no doubt. Just stayed focused and calm. Now this is XRP USDT. So A down, B, C, D, E. So same type of thing. Strong support here. Shouldn't give away if we're good. Ethereum, I got the count. If you're talking about from the lows, let's go to the 4-hour first. I mean, there's the way I would count it. It counts the same as Bitcoin. I mentioned that on various shows. 1, 2, 3. We just did the 4. It's kind of hard to be tucked in there. And now we're doing the 5 up. And I'm trying to show how that's going to look. And then this 5 broke down into the yellow with our buys mark. So 5 could equal wave 1. 5 could equal a Fibonacci of wave 3. So again, I think you just got to see how it works. Hopefully we get some type of little pullback here to let us in a little bit. But risk is extremely high here. I'm going to pull that off. I need to. Okay, how long can this move up can take? I mean, shoot, this is what, December 15th to December 24th or so, 9 days. I mean, could be 9 days, I guess. You are right, nobody cares about news. I've mentioned all along, stay away from news. That doesn't help no one trading. Forget that shit. And apologize to Patreons because when I posted this, it happened too quick. I said right here, right now, but I normally don't say something like that, but it looked like it was starting, so I was busy buying and trying to catch that rally. But we all know Bitcoin doesn't wait around. So that's the Ethereum, Elliott Wave. Litecoin is tough. I called this on the way up, and this little ABC, but this one's tough. This could be 1, 2, 3. That could be the triangle. 4. Litecoin could top out early. I don't know. I think you just got to probably still let it ride. But again, buying up here is risky as hell after the big moves we've had. I mean, obviously Litecoin's got a long ways to go back to previous highs, which I think we'll get there over time. EOS goes to $7, goes to a new high. This 5 waves was perfect. And again, this isn't, this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know if EOS could slow up here at some point or not. I mean, it's been really strong. It did give us an oversold technometer. Let's see if I can bring up that. EOS USD on the 5-minute. But this was classic on the way up. Now this could be, yeah, this one's tough. Because really you'd be saying, yeah, that's going to count out too much different. I have to just go back to the Wyckoff. We were oversold back in here, and I would have to wait to see if any type of divergence is on the way up. So again, this is EOS USD. You see volume came down for the ABC, heavy to here, but then not. So I don't know whether that's an A, B, C, D, E. Let's look at EOS USDT. You can say 110's resistance. I don't think it's much. So question, how much of this advice is giving? I don't know what is given Black Bay. Not sure what you mean. Black Bay is my registered investment advisory firm. So not sure what you mean by Black Bay. That's really more of this, my management of stocks at like Charles Schwab, Pro Funds, etc. I use the Black Bay investment advisory firm to manage cryptos for the private client group. If you go to learncrypto.io and you click Crypto PCG, it explains that I manage crypto assets for 3% of account balance. And that's really done through the Black Bay advisory. Here is Bitcoin USDT, excuse me, EOS USDT. Volume looks kind of the same as it did on EOS USD, but one thing you want to look here is volume has been trending down this whole time, clear down to this low. So again, that might mean that this is a major low formed at 575, which means this is a major ABC. So if you go back to here, that might mean that you know, this might be a 1-2 and we're getting ready for an explosion higher. And EOS. Go back to Bitcoin on the 3-minute. Funky Man C, you're welcome. Todd, we love you. Can you specify why we would go upwards for 9 days? Only because wave 1 did that. So again, that's just a guess. Wyckoff doesn't talk about anything like that. So just sometimes 5 will equal wave 1, etc. in price. So I'm just saying in time, you know, it might be something to look at. 9 days up might mean something. Because that's going back to this chart. This wave 1 was 9 days. If I've got this labeled right, but damn, this wave 3, huge compared to wave 1, huge compared to wave 5. So, and this was what, about $1,000. So if you take 1,000 from 7,900, it would be 8,900. We've already hit 8,800. So it's just going to look really weird if this is a 1-2. This is the wave 3. We just did the 4, and then wave 5 is already ending. But again, that's just Elliott wave. Elliott wave's tough. So I'll try to look at this further as we go to see if there's some other way to label these things. I mean, I think I tried to do this. Yeah, here's one. I tried to throw some different labels on some of these things. Let me show what I tried to do. And this is going to keep anyone that's really bearish. This is why I said you got to try to trade. You just got to use risk reward. Like somebody mocks and said, I bought 8,200 on this move. What stop? I mean, I suppose I would say 8,300. Because if you look at this, again, I don't believe this because the way the software called the low. But on Bitcoin USD, we got a technometer trading at 50, so nothing's easy. So this was that spike low on Bitstamp. I'd rather say it was more like this than on most exchanges. So, there's a slight way of saying that this is a triangle, but I don't think that's the case. But that would mean then we're at a sell here. What's up? I'm just live. Yep. All right. Bye. So, that'd be an interesting. Again, I don't see that, but that's why you'd have to be careful here with like an 82, 8,300 stop, because we shouldn't give this away if we're going to do a moon here to 10 grand. But I'm just trying to be able to quickly show some different scenarios, if there's possibilities. Now here's another one. I did these overnight, so without changing anything, I mean, I was showing you could have a rally to really just where we went. So let's change this now live. Now that would be extremely bearish. ABC down, ABC up would be an irregular flat Elliott wave, which means you have 5 waves down coming. So that's why everything's risk reward. And again, in this case, you wouldn't want to see overlap on 81, 8,200 or so. Then everything starts getting suspect. But I'm not going with these counts. I've gone back to my charts where I'm showing software buys, I'm showing bull counts, and I'm showing more bearish type counts. Just so we can get everybody on here, everyone happy, we can go through it quick. So Bitcoin USD chart, I showed you technometers overbought, which could support, one of these scenarios. So it's not easy. They're not moving together. Bitcoin USDT supports it. We're still going to 10 grand probably. Then if you go, same thing, Ethereum, our buys, the bull count was a triangle I've been showing. It was almost perfect today. And then a bearish count. But the bearish is going to be pretty hard here. I mean, the bearish count would be that we're doing a B wave here with that new high. It'd be something like that, which means you still got a slap coming to 210 for the wave 4. And on Litecoin, once again, showing the buys from the software. More of a bullish count. I had trouble counting this Elliott wave, so I really didn't. Same thing here. The bearish count would be that this is a A up to here, this is a B triangle, and we're doing a C up, so we would top out here. I don't want to be one, though, that gives bull and bear counts. I'm one that puts my D's nuts on the board, so I don't give really 2 scenarios. I was doing that just to help some people because I got so many followers now. And there's Litecoin 114, 267 Ethereum here. So I'm still bullish, looking for higher prices. Andres, I'm going to give you a wrench for following me and doing that trade. I mean, on Ethereum, I think you just got to trail a stop probably. You want to catch the bulk of the move. So would hate to see Ethereum back to, hate to see it back at 252 probably. Maybe have a stop there. You guys, I got to run a disclaimer. I have been, I'm registered by the state of Illinois, so let me see if I got a disclaimer here I could run real quick. Here we go.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
I ran this quite a few months ago. Bear market's over. And our famous pork blaster. All right, got the disclaimer out of the way. Somebody said for a mom trader, would you recommend just hodl? I probably would. I mean, a rally up to 10 grand. If I do get a for sure sell, then I would recommend taking maybe 30% off at some point. But for now, yeah, I think you probably need to hodl. Trading is the hardest game in the world. I had a plaque on the wall, Wall Street's the hardest thing in the world to trade, but definitely it's cryptos. Had to rewrite that saying. So you don't want to trade unless I'd say you don't want to trade unless you've taken our cryptocurrencies and Wyckoff course at learncrypto.io for $300. That would be a start. I would read any books on Wyckoff. If you're really interested, take our $1,000 course at wyckoffsmi.com. And I'd read Elliott Wave, Principles by Robert Prechter and Frost. I wouldn't do anything but that. Forget all the other bullshit. Now, Cryptopia had some issues. I know Nick in our Patreon told people to get away from there way before now. So you're welcome, Clifford. Appreciate your continued support daily. And the box you sent me and the silver. So there's the 3-minute. Ethereum going back to the high here. So, if you want to be cute, maybe we're going to do a flat or a triangle here. Maybe you get a chance to buy this thing back at 258, 257. Again, I hate to see probably 251, 252 to be touched. That'd be disappointing for the longs. Cryptopia news, that was about, 3 weeks ago, I think. There's BB Junkie responding. I'm going to add your moderator, Junkie. So guys, I guess that's all I got. I'm going to probably slide off here, see if I need to try to nibble on stuff as well. Again, high risk here, but I still think we're going to try to work higher. Let's see if we can get some type of entries on some short term maybe. Not sure when I'll be live next. If we get any big news, I'll try to update. Definitely be in Patreon, so join us in Patreon. I think that's the group to be in, especially with this bull market just getting warmed up. A lot of knowledgeable people over there beside myself. A lot of knowledgeable members. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter. A lot of free information there. And on this YouTube channel, appreciate all the subscribes. Channel's growing pretty fast, so. Dead Rabbits, you're welcome. You guys have a good Sunday, good holiday. And I'm going to run an outro. Who is Wyckoff? I usually run this one. Don't forget, I manage assets at PCG for cryptos. I do stocks at Charles Schwab. So appreciate the support always. Here's an outro, a little bit explaining who Richard Wyckoff is. He's really the dean of the titan of technical analysis, especially the study of volume. Hey, Steve. Dude got wrecked. What's up? Appreciate it, Lodak. Appreciate the subscribe, Brian. Anybody new here, subscribe. I think you'll be happy. We got 600 people in here. As the ranches, it looks like most are normal, but we do have some new ones here, complex. So give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll be back. Peace out.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff stock market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.